Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today our guest is Khushi. She's an entrepreneur, a copywriter, and also runs a podcast by the name The Woman Stories Pod. Hi Khushi.
Hi Anjum, I'm so glad to be on your YouTube channel and I hope that our audience and you will enjoy this conversation.
Yes, thank you. So tell us about your educational background.
Sure, so my education background is a very mix and match of everything. No one could presume that I could be a copywriter for what I have, uh, for what kind of academic background I do have. So I have done my graduation in biotechnology. So I do have an honors degree in biotechnology, and then I am doing MBA in business management. And now I am a Fem-Tech copywriter, so it's a mix and match of like what I've studied as a biotechnology student and as an MBA student. So I've mixed and matched the both of the things, and now I am doing copywriting.
How and when did you start your copywriting journey?
Sure. So I started back in 2020 in January. So I started as a content writer initially, and then when I worked as a content writer with many brands, then I got to know that they also do require a copywriter for specific salesy content. So that's when I started learning copywriting as well, and then I gradually started to transform into a copywriter from a content writer. And I will say that it's a journey in process, it's learning in process. So I won't say that I'm a full-fledged copywriter yet, because my major expertise still lies in content writing, so I'm still learning.
So how is the journey or transition from a content writer to a copywriter? Is it hard or is it easy? How is it?
I won't say either it's hard or it's easy, because it's very similar. Like I was already doing content writing, so it was a little easy for me to understand.
Fem-Tech. I have heard about Fintech, and what is Fem-Tech?
Yeah, actually, I do have a LinkedIn post schedule on this. So a lot of people, I said I'm a Fem-Tech writer. So they were like, okay, I've noted you are a Fintech writer. I'm under any organization which is aiming to solve a female problem, specifically in health, wellness, and hygiene space. That organization comes under Fem-Tech. So it's a revolving space. You might have not heard a lot many names, but in case if you have heard of She Rose or Cool Kanya, they could be indirectly come under Fem-Tech Niche.
This is a very new terminology to me. Yeah. I've heard it for the very first time. So for a copywriter, what are the qualities they need to have apart from the creative skills?
I guess it's well said. It's well said that a copywriter is a salesperson on page. So at the end, you need sales skills. You need that core marketing skill to convince people to buy something from you. So apart from creativity, I would say sales skills is very important. Creativity is a secondary trait. Sales skill is a primary trait for a copywriter.
So according to you, what makes a good copy to you?
I think it should be truthful, and more than creative, it should be straight in a way that it convinces me to buy something.
Okay. So what is the basic difference between content writing and copywriting? It's the same only, or else it's different?
As I have explained before only, that content writing is more about creating informational content and indirectly pursuing readers to buy something, and copywriting is like writing something in a way that directly pushes your reader to buy something from you. So content writing is basically an indirect approach, like you are not holding your ear from here, you are holding from here, and then you are saying to your reader to buy something from you. And copywriting is a very direct approach.
Okay. So what makes your copy worth converting? What is the one thing that instantly converts the visitor into a
there is nothing like instant converting, because for example, if you already have a box of pen and I'm trying to sell you pen, why would you buy it from me? But if I'm selling a pen to a person who actually needs a pen, that would be instant converting. So I think the core of your question, the core of instant converting is targeting the right people. It's not in the word, but it is the target strategy. And so you have to first kind of find the target customer.
So
and
first
then
you have to research.
Yeah, exactly. So research is more important than the writing part. If the research is done, 50% of the work is already done. So if you have, identified the target customer correctly and have identified their pain points, then it would be easy for you to frame content that exactly fit that pain point and convert them to as customers.
So till this point of time, how many clients have you served so far?
Exactly, I don't remember. As I said, my journey has been a very mix and match. In between, I've also done job for like 1 year, for complete 1 year. So by roughly, I would have served around 100 clients.
100. That's great. So in 1 year span, or else how many months have you worked on this freelance part?
So if we track months from 2019, so to till date, I'll exclude 12 months and the rest of you can say 1 year into freelancing and 1 year into job.
Okay. So what is the charge basically you charge for your clients? The basic amount.
This is a very controversial question, I would say. Because everyone say, Khushi, could you please share your price sheet? Khushi, could you please tell me how do you price your service? What price do you quote to your clients? So this is a very controversial question, I would say. I always recommend new content writers and copywriters to charge what they feel is good for their expertise, good for the client, good for the work they are putting in. When I started out, even I was also in that same phase, actually I started out at 60 paisa per word. So
for content writing.
For content writing and for that too website copywriting. But now, of course, I do charge not even 100x, I would say. So, but now I kind of understand and I don't regret that quote because it was my own journey and I learned through my own journey. So that, I kind of advise you at least charge 1 rupee per word. Don't make the same mistake that I did. So that's the baseline charge. But you gradually learn through your own journey.
As a copywriter, what is the easiest part for you to make a copy? Like the research part, the writing part. Yeah.
There is nothing easy, but I would say maybe the writing part is a bit more, less. It has a little less pressure because, as I said, the most of the time is consumed in the research part and back and forth with the client and aligning your thoughts with the client, understanding the client's need, and then also putting your thoughts. If you are very clear with what your client wants and if you are very clear with the research, for example, if I'm writing about again a pen and I've already shown to the client, this is my research, this is what I would be writing about this pen, and if the client approves, then of course the writing process becomes seamless. But if there is no outline approval in the process, if there is no proper research in the process, then the writing part becomes difficult. But for me, the writing part is it takes less time compared to the other things.
So what is the hardest part?
As I said, for me, hardest part is sometimes it gets aligning with the client's requirement, because sometimes as a copywriter, maybe I do have a little experience and I could recommend something to the client, but sometimes the client is not able to communicate his feelings clearly. So it has happened with me a lot of times. The client has said, you are the expert, you know what you have to do, and then it's closed. But I'm an expert, but I'm not a magician. So I need to know exactly what you want, and you need to give me an elaborate brief about that. So that part becomes the pre-research part, I would say, aligning with the client's requirement. So this is also a red flag.
Okay.
If a client, yeah, this can be also identified as a red flag. I have learned this as a, in a hard way. But all the copywriters should get an elaborate brief from their clients before they start doing anything.
So, talking about this, have you ever faced any kind of scam or else delay of payment or not getting payment on time? These kind of things in your
Yeah,
journey?
I actually didn't face this initially because I did my thorough research before entering into this space, and I knew that what kind of advance payment I need. So, like, I've never faced any scam, but yeah, I faced delayed invoice, this problem.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you
so
got
I
paid
faced
for
this
all
problem.
your work.
Yeah, because I always make my client sign a contract, so the client cannot cannot take a twist because
Like marketing, copywriting, social media, website copywriting. What what do you feel drive more sales among these?
uh, then it depends on the brand needs, the organization needs, and it is said, and if of course I have also felt that email marketing attracts the more the largest amount of leads, I would say. But it is not necessary that every lead converts into a customer. Even
Yeah.
we get mails from Flipkart and Amazon daily, and sometimes we mark a lot of mails into spam also. But of course, email marketing has been considered as the best approach to directly target your prospect. But as I said, again, it depends on a brand. For example, if it's an emerging startup, and if that emerging startup uh, start like spamming people in the mailbox,
Mm.
it can deteriorate their brand reputation. And
Yeah.
for them, I would suggest they should like initially they should build a brand on social media. So for them, like, social media marketing uh, could be that brand
Could
booster,
give them,
and
yeah.
then yeah, then they can just approach onto mail marketing. So it depends onto client, but
Mm.
research says that email marketing works best.
So, in today's market, what are the opportunities that are available for copywriters? Like for corporate world or else for freelancers? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So there are a lot of opportunities available. More and more startups are coming into light. We in India only we do have like a unicorn in every 45 days. So every business needs a copywriter at the end of the day, and demand could vary from simple social media copy to banner copy. So there are a lot of opportunities arriving. You just have to knock on the right door.
Having copywriting skills and leveraging it with basic marketing is a good fit for you. Like, what do you think?
I guess especially like this question could be divided into two parts. One is if you are a freelance, maybe an independent service provider, independent copywriter, then you need marketing skills to market your own services. You would not be able to survive without marketing skills. And the second part is that you want to provide copywriting and marketing as a service package. Initially, many people expect you to market, to do marketing also, but it again depends. It didn't work for me because I don't know full-fledged marketing, and I like it is a lot of work. You can't take the complete pressure. For a reason there is a separate marketing team, for a reason there is a separate content team and content strategy team. So newbies do, I won't say do this mistake, but they chose to provide marketing and copywriting service all together, and then of course they burn out themselves, and of course they could not be jack of all trades. At the end I chose copywriting specifically, and I was never into marketing. Marketing was only required for me to market my own services. So that's why it was mandatory for me to learn marketing.
Any tips you want to give for the copywriters and content writers?
I even don't know where to start with advice because there are a lot of advice givers. But at the end, it's your own journey that you know.
So from your journey,
pave for
what
yourself.
mistakes have you done and what have you learned from those mistakes? So tips
Okay.
that will help. Yeah.
Yeah. First, support yourself. Don't feel underconfident. You know, even is 1 rupee per word is also like kind of an amount that I don't deserve. You deserve 1 rupee. You deserve $100. You deserve $1,000. It's all about the mindset. It's not about your services. Okay, so that's one thing that I learned in the process. And the second is, I think, always take advance, and always make your client sign a contract. And even if the client denies to do either of one thing, it's a red flag. Please don't work with that client. Okay, and the third thing is, always keep your sale pipeline filled in, because I had a lot of dried months because I was not doing full-fledged marketing at that time. And sometimes you get so involved with the present client that you forget to market your services, and when that project finish, then you don't have any client to work, and that's the worst state you want to be in. So newbie content writers have asked, so I am preparing. I am in process to prepare not a guidebook kind of thing, and initially it would be available for free, and I hope that resource could help budding content writers and copywriters in some way.
Yeah. So how to reach out to you for your services over social media platforms or Gmail ID and all?
Sure. So I'm available on all the platforms. My Insta handle is she.copywrites, and I'm on LinkedIn as well. So you can search my name, Khushi Khare, and my mail ID is khushikare.work@gmail.com for any work queries. So I think you just search Khushi Khare and Google, and you will be able to find me easily.
So it's lovely talking to you, Khushi, on copywriting and as well as content writing, which will be beneficial for all the writers who have been looking out for this video, I think. So thank you so much.
Yeah, Anjum, it was great talking to you as well, and I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. If you like this interview, please do like, subscribe, and share this video, and do not forget to hit the bell icon, because Ruhith Anjum would be releasing a lot of great content in the coming days. Love.